Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated. In this round, my guys, my people, let's talk Canelo Alvarez versus William Scull for Undisputed at 168 pounds. Well, that bout is done and dusted. Canelo, the undisputed champion now via unanimous decision, and now 2 times undisputed in the division, my guys, my people. But a very, very lackluster performance from both sides. Very uneventful. Boring fight. And I can't stress that enough, my guys. My people, can't stress that enough. However, look, in the lead up to this fight, I thought Canelo Alvarez, who is an elite fighter, my guys, my people, was either going to run through William Scull, who to me is nowhere near elite, judging by his last performance versus Vladimir Shishkin for the IBF strap. And look, that fight there was unbearable to watch. Absolutely unbearable. And you could argue that William Scull actually lost that fight. So judging by that performance, I thought Canelo Alvarez was going to either run through William Scull, or Scull would just be on his bicycle, running all night. Running all night and just using the ring with Canelo on the hunt. But, you know, I thought that Scull would eventually tire himself out. And, well, Canelo, he will catch up and get the stoppage. Now, we got a lot of running. We got hunting from Canelo, although doing that very, showing a lot of wariness while doing it. At least he was on the front foot and trying to make the fight, my guys, my people. But we definitely didn't see the stoppage that I'm sure everybody was envisaging, my guys, my people. But all the same, nobody actually thought that this was going to be a great fight or a great matchup, my guys, my people. So when you look at it that way, possibly it lived up to everybody's expectations. Possibly did, my guys, my people. But at least we should have got a knockout. That would have put the the cherry on the flat cake, my guys, my people. But why such a boring fight? Why such a lackluster performance? You can't really put the illness on Canelo alone. You really can't. William Scull's got to catch some of the flack. I mean, like I said, he was running all night, my guys, my people. Looked like he didn't come to win. It looked like he just came to survive. And hopefully Canelo wouldn't tag him enough that if the judges were graceful, he would possibly get the decision, my guys, my people. In which world? In which world, my guys? Canelo Alvarez is someone that has been there time and time again, done it times over, right? We are talking about Canelo, who is a 4-division champion, undisputed champion, former undisputed champion before going into that bout, and current unified champion before going into that bout, my guys, my people, and ultimately the biggest box office name in the sport, my guys, my people, the biggest name that you could see, that you could call the face of boxing. You know, so where was Scull thinking that he could get a decision with that performance? There, my guys, my people, nowhere on earth. Even Floyd Mayweather with a spotless performance against Canelo, wiped him out, won every single round. Yet one of the judges brazenly scored the fight a draw, my guys. A fight that ended in a majority for Floyd Mayweather. So if they were trying to cheat Floyd Mayweather with that silly performance there where William Scull didn't even win, he's definitely not going to get the decision, my guys. Definitely not going to get the decision playing tag, where there wasn't a lot of tagging at all. In fact, you could say there was no tagging. There was no tagging. All he was doing was fighting on the back foot, looking very frantic, my guys, my people. And Yeah, he threw the jab a few times, hit Canelo's gloves, not with any significant force either. But majority of the time, he was just hitting air. Where Saul Canelo Alvarez, when Scull threw, Canelo would just step back and William Scull was hitting the air. Canelo as well hit a lot of air. He swung a lot of big punches and he was just hitting oxygen, my guys, my people. So he is to blame as well. But why is William Scull running anyway? He's the natural 168 pounder. He is massive. The guy is built like Motaro from Mortal Kombat. A real genetic freak, my guys, my people. Not only is it natural in that way, he is taller, has the longer reach, got the is even more fleet-footed, looks stronger as well, my guys, my people, and possibly packs more power. You would have had more knockouts on his record if it didn't run around all the time. But you would assume, of course, because of Canelo's record, that Canelo has more power than William Scull. But that's simply because Canelo just puts his whole body weight and every force that he can conjure up into his punches. Just like Bivol described when they fought one another. Bivol said Canelo just tries to bludgeon you with all the power that he can muster. So, yeah, Scull should not have been running around like that. If he really wanted this fight, he had to go in there and take it, my guys, my people, from Canelo. From Canelo, who has been there many times over and show us that he's a true deserving champion, my guys, my people. And he failed to do that and failed miserably, my guys, my people. Now, what he did manage to do, though, is show us what Landy Lara showed us, that Canelo, he suffers when he goes up against fleet-footed fighters that know how to use the ring. He suffers, my guys, my people, but he's never been more slower than in this fight. He was finding it so hard to close the distance, cut off the ring. Was he even attempting? I wonder, my guys, my people. But look, let's really look at this critically, my guys. Why was he so slow? We know he's slow-footed and he's got his feet stuck in the mud, you know, for lack of a better expression. All right. Why was he so slow-footed? Why was he finding it so hard to cut off the ring and close the distance, my guys, my people? Could it possibly that going into this fight, Saul Canelo Alvarez at age 34 and already has been involved in 66 bouts in his career, my guys, my people, 66 bouts at age 34. Could they have been, you know, could they have now started to take a toll on him, that he has really slowed down? Or could it be that Canelo, who is a natural 147-pounder, that is where he started his career, and gradually moved up the divisions slowly to 168 pounds, right? 4 divisions up, my guys, my people. He's even fought at 175 pounds. So that is 4 divisions in total. So could it be that Saul Canelo Alvarez, who in the majority of his prime professional career has been fighting men that are way bigger than him, you know, and taking that type of force, that type of weight, bearing on him all the time, not only from punches, but from their physical size, my guys, my people, that in fact has now taken a toll on him, and it's finding it more difficult now, and so looking for other methods to win fights. It could be, my guys, my people, because look, let's look at when he went up to 175, right? He went up from 160 to 175. Took out Kovalev. He took out Kovalev. Came back to 168. Took out everybody, all the champions there, and became undisputed at 168. And then went up to Bivol at 175 to challenge him, and Bivol showed him who is boss. Showed him that size matters with skill as well. You know, combined, he is the more superior fighter to Canelo. showed him there, my guys, my people. So Canelo, you know, in the beginning of his adventures in the bigger weight classes, was doing great, and getting knockouts. But when you look at his most recent bouts, his most relentless performance, which was what, a year and a half ago now, was with Jermell Charlo, who, funny enough, and you have to consider this, my guys, started his campaign in his career at 154 pounds, my guys, my people. Just one division separating him from 147, where Canelo Alvarez started his career. So you can understand why he was so relentless in that bout, my guys, my people, simply because he was facing somebody more similar to his size. The only difference is that Canelo was more acclimatized to 168 pounds than Jermell Charlo, who has been at 154 pounds his entire career, my guys, my people. So that, I think, is what made the difference, because when you look at Canelo's performance versus Jaime Munguia, Munguia possibly could have gone drop Munguia just like he dropped Charlo, right? The only reason why he didn't go for the finish with Charlo, because Charlo was just not aggressive. So Canelo, you can say, wanted just an easy night. You know, he knew he had the win in the bag. But then when he went up against Munguia, a big guy at 168 pounds, although he himself started his career at 160, still significantly bigger than Canelo Alvarez. And although Canelo knocked him down in that fight, he showed more caution. More methodic. It was more methodical, more disciplined, more diligent to try and secure the win. And the same with Edgar Berlanga, who's even bigger than Munguia, because Edgar Berlanga is 100% a fully fledged 168 pounder, my guys, my people. You know, so possibly the size, my guys, my people, because going up against William Scull, like I said, William Scull is a genetic freak. Look how built he is, like Motaro from Mortal Kombat, my guys. The guy is massive. He's not gonna approach a genetic freak like William Scull, you know, as unskillful as I see him. Not totally unskillful. Evidently he has skill, but not a lot of volume. He hardly throws anything, runs most of the time, you know. Why didn't Canelo put too much effort into running him down and getting close up? Why? Or even the few opportunities when they were close up, Canelo wasn't not going in for the kill like that. Not like he managed to catch up to Caleb Plant. He's fleet-footed, you know. Not like it did with Callum Smith. He is massive, huge, right? Not even like he did with Erislandy Lara, even though he was missing a lot with Erislandy Lara, but he closed the distance better with Lara than he did with Scull. My guys, my people. And that tells me that there was a possible threat from Scull now in Canelo's career, where, you know, fighting bigger men, lots of bigger men, by the way, up to the time now that he faced Scull, possibly has had a toll in him and is looking for new methods now to beat the bigger men. And he showed that he has more in his arsenal, which we all knew anyway, than just bludgeoning people and getting rid of them. He can outpoint them. My guys, my people. And that is exactly what he did with William Scull to win this fight. Because imagine if you rushed in and got tagged. William Scull looks like he could be an effective powerful counter puncher. It looks like it. He's very, very athletic, you know. So why risk it? Mission complete by William Scull. By Canelo Alvarez, because that was his duty, to go and grab the undisputed strap so that he can take it to September to face Crawford, which is the fight we really want to see. Now, that mission is done, my guys. That was why he was fighting William Scull anyway, to make the Crawford fight a bigger fight. Becoming undisputed 2 times, yes, is important, but not as important as facing Crawford and getting what? How much? 100 net? Well, 100 million and over? I can't remember the exact figure anymore, but it is a huge figure, my guys. My people, why would you want to risk that? Why would you want to go all out with William Scull, risk injury, even if he wins, and then miss out on the opportunity of fighting Crawford, who is now 38 years old, by the way? How long is Crawford going to wait for him before he says, I'm done, I'm retiring? You know? So, yeah, so I can say that, yeah, it was definitely a methodical approach from Saul Canelo Alvarez, not only because of William Scull's size, but because he wants to meet that Crawford fight, my guys, my people. Now, if it does come in with a lackluster performance versus Crawford, Crawford will tag him. And Canelo, trust me, he will be forced to fight. Crawford will force Canelo to fight, my guys, my people. Then we will have a bout on our hands, my guys. I'm looking forward to that fight. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant matchup. It's going to be great. Canelo is not bigger than Crawford. You saw them face off against one another in the ring. Crawford is the taller man. And if you look at their record, their BoxRec record, Crawford has a longer reach as well. So he's got the reach advantage, he's got the height advantage. The only thing is that he's jumping up 2 weight divisions to meet Canelo, who is the stockier, heavier fighter, my guys, my people. Both elite fighters. Let's see who's going to win come September the 12th, my guys, my people. We have a fight on our hands, my guys. The one we have been waiting for, the biggest fight in boxing as of now, because Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua is not yet guaranteed, my guys. So here are the details of September the 12th. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford for Undisputed at 168 pounds. My guys, my people, it will be a Ring Magazine / TKO show, my guys, my people. A joint venture by Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White. Dana White, who will be heading the promotions on the day. You know, so this will be his first promotion in his joint venture with Turkey, TKO, and the Ring Magazine, my guys, my people. So we shall see what he will make of it. But even more so important, if Canelo wins, he remains as undisputed. There will be no change. However, if Terence Bud Crawford wins, that will make him free times undisputed in 3 different weight classes, my guys, my people. The first ever to do it in men's boxing. It will be nothing new for women's boxing. Clarissa Shields already done that. She already done that, my guys. But for men's boxing, where the competition is so stiff, he will be the first in the history of the sport, my guys, my people. So you guys know the gravity that carries in terms of legacy, my guys, my people. In terms of legacy, it is humongous. You know, listen, I'm even short of words to tell you the truth. But look, what is even more important than that, I'm sure you fans would like to know, is, as of course it is in the plans of Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White with this TKO league, is that the undisputed champion, well, they will be presented with one belt to signify the undisputed champion, my guys, my people. So when comes September the 12th and the winner is decided, we shall see. Is what Turkey and Dana White, what they have been preparing us for, will that, of course, take place, and the Ring Magazine, just one belt is presented to the undisputed champion? Or would it be the other four sanctioning belts? That is the WBA, the WBC, the WBO, and the IBF, my guys, my people. Or even would they all be represented along with the Ring magazine? Listen, if the Ring magazine is represented without the other four sanctioning belts, right? If the Ring magazine belt is presented to the undisputed champion comes September the 12th, my guys, then of course it would mean that everything that both Turkey and Dana White have been preparing us for was just true all along. It is true all along, my guys. And that would of course mean possibly the biggest significant change made in the history of the sport, my guys, my people. Getting rid of all the other four sanctioning belts and only having one belt to represent the undisputed champion, my guys, my people. And that of course would mean a change that would set precedents in the sport from there on forward, and possibly without any possibility of turning back. You can't turn the clock back. You will not be able to turn the clock back. Possibly, my guys, my people. And that for me is the biggest statement that can be made on that night. And that is all I have for you on this one, my guys, my people. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below. And as always, stay super, super blessed. Whoa. Hold on, my people. Hold on. I'm sure you all saw at the end of Canelo versus Scull, my guys. Soon as Canelo was announced the winner, Turki Al-Sheikh called Crawford right into the ring. Right into the canvas, my guys, my people. And they represented, all the other sanctioning belts were there. All the other four sanctioning belts were presented. But then he went on to present Saul Canelo Alvarez with a new Ring magazine belt, my guys, my people. A new design made of solid gold. Made of solid gold by special craftsmen from right here, my guys. England, my guys, my people. And then the two fighters, they faced off with each other. And you could see that glint in Terence Bud Crawford's eyes. You can tell that he's got something right under his sleeves for Saul Canelo Alvarez comes September. When comes September, you will reveal what it is, my guys, my people. As for Canelo, he had that slight smirk in his face. But look, as soon as you saw that glint in Crawford's eyes, he wiped his own smirk off, my guys. And he got to looking serious. Although it wasn't prominent what they were both feeling, but it's all inside. The tension is all inside, my guys. These two fighters, elite fighters, they keep a real good poker face. Real good poker face. But that is not the end. That is not the end, because according to Turkey, that same Ring magazine would not be presented to the undisputed champion come September, my guys, my people. They will have another Ring magazine belt. Another special belt that will be presented. Tell me something. Will that belt be the undisputed belt, my guys, my people? That is what I want to know. Would that be the undisputed belt? You know, that would set precedence from going forward. Who knows, my guys? Who knows? But all I'm gonna say, I am here for it. You know, so glad to be alive. My guys, my people.